What's up, guys? We're Tears to Embers. I'm Brandon,
I'm Keith.
and this is Tears to Embers Reacts. Today, we are reacting to Polyphia. We both heard Polyphia before. Amazing musicians. But this one, neither one of us have heard. This was Keith's pick. So, this is Bloodbath, featuring
Chino.
Chino Moreno.
You know who that is?
I do not.
The guy from Deftones.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I knew the name looked familiar. Yeah, we just recently talked about him. Didn't we do a react video from that?
We have not put it out yet, but we did a throwback for Deftones.
Ah, that's right. I remember now. All right, cool. This is going to be awesome. First thoughts, that's a lot to take in, but like, I love it. It's not like, I guess you could say it's not groundbreaking for them.
Yeah, no, it's less weird than normal.
Yeah, but I think that's because they have a featured vocalist, and I mean, as busy as they usually are with their music, for them to have a vocalist on with them, like, I feel like it would just muddy it. So I feel like they're like a little tame for that main reason.
You ever think you remember Dragon Force? Remember them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when they first came out with Through the Fire and Flames, everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's so good!"
Yeah.
And then like they came out with other songs, they're like, "Oh, the new wore off."
Mm-hmm.
Is that not kind of the vibe I'm feeling right now?
I mean, maybe, but like I like everything I've heard so far, and I'm not entirely convinced that it's not just because they have a featured singer who is, the singer from Deftones. Yeah. So like, so it may be like, I don't necessarily know that it's like out of reverence or anything, but like it may just be because that was sort of the point.
Obviously, though, too, you have to like make it less busy to put vocals over it.
Absolutely, and even if you didn't want to make it less busy, like a lot of that would get lost in the mix after you add a vocalist, because like people who are not initiated with like how mixing in a studio works. Generally, the vocals are at least slightly ahead of everything else in the mix, enough to where you can hear them, and other things get pulled back to level everything out. So in the case of this song, that's what I think is going on.
Yeah, let's see.
You know something else I'm thinking right now? I hate to pause it again so soon, but like, it may just be that we're seeing like a more structured version of them for that very reason. You know?
Yeah, but I think it takes away from their niche too. You know,
it does a little bit. It does. I mean, and like you said a second ago, you almost can't tell that that's Chino. Like it doesn't sound like
it does. Well, that's the thing too. I think they're both out of their element. I think Polyphia is like, oh, I can't.
Yeah, like
go to 10, can't crank it up to 11.
Can't do what I always do. Because...
And Chino, it's almost like for some reason, like the Deftones music is very, like it's very suited to his voice, and this is not that.
And the sound is unique.
If you're gonna structure it to, verse, chorus stuff, for vocals, well, when you're making this for vocals, it either has to have like really heavy verse into a soft chorus or vice versa. So it like says, here's the hook.
Yeah. Versus
like right now it's just.
Yeah, it kind of rides in the middle. The dynamics are really, really important. Dynamics, if I can say the word right. And so far, like everything has felt sort of just like it's riding right in the middle, and it kind of feels like they're playing it safe. And maybe, like you said, like they just feel out of their element, like both of them. So. I'm afraid I'm down and then snack foods.
Yep.
Okay, so my final thought, the end picked up and it was interesting, but even so, it felt like they'd done it all before. That's the only problem with being like, and if you're a musician, you will appreciate it. But if you're like your regular listener, this stuff is not going to be.
It has what I call the Marvel effect.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is like in superhero movies, when you first come out with a superhero movie, it's, oh wow, this person's really special in the mundane,
Yeah.
And then when you have 40 superhero movies, they're like, is it really that special anymore? It sounds like everybody's a superhero.
Sounds like everybody's special.
And that's what like. Once you have like enough of a catalog from being super impressive to a sickening point with Polyphia, it's not really that impressive anymore because it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe we're assholes, but
reaching out and having other featured vocalists come in, that is new. So, forgive me for saying there wasn't anything new in this, but musically, there's not. Vocally, yeah. So, it's a mixed bag for me. If I had to rate this, super technical, super impressive musically, But as far as like in comparison to their other stuff, it's just sort of more of the same. So I'm gonna give it a 6. And that's hard for me because like Polyphia is super impressive, but I'm gonna give it a 6 because it was just kind of like, it's Polyphia.
I'm going to give it, and I probably would go worse, but I'm going to be nice. I'm going to give it a 4.
Really?
Yeah. It was just kind of, it was there.
Just more.
It was on the computer and we watched it.
It was the video and it had music in it. Now the visual is really cool.
Yeah, when you had the Venom Dragon,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like blood armor forming on a Black Knight. I don't know.
I was thinking Venom. But
Yeah, I can get that.
Anyway,
So
all right.
That was Polyphia Bloodbath. So if you did enjoy it, let us know in the comments below. Let us know what you agreed with what we had said, what we had to say, and what you disagree with. And then leave us some suggestions for what you want us to react to going forward.
Like and subscribe.
Thanks, guys.
Till next time. Stop it.
Every time.